Okay. Hello. Well, I'm happy because for the first time I'm going to have my special guest in my, let's say, English chat chat room.
And
Or better
and
to
me too.
say
I am
a show in English, yeah. So could you please introduce yourself? Yeah.
so my name is Muhammad. I
Uh-huh.
am Egyptian, 34.
Uh-huh.
Um, I was born in Kuwait. I lived my childhood in Oman, and I studied English language and literature, and then I studied education. I worked for many years in the field of outsourcing, customer service, customer care. Yeah, then I followed my passion, learning languages and teaching languages. Uh, I love meeting people and making friends from people all over the world, and teaching is allowing me to do so. I have students from all the continents.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, I have students from Africa, Botswana, South Africa, Nigeria. I have students from Asia, from Hong Kong,
Mhm.
from Japan, India. I have
Okay.
students from Australia, from Latin America, from Ecuador, Colombia.
Wow. Amazing.
I have students from Mexico also, and from Costa Rica,
Uh-huh.
and of course from North America, Canada, United States, and friends and students from Eastern Europe, like from Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Romania, Serbia, and yeah, uh, and of course from Western Europe like England, Spain, France, Germany, and so on.
Wow. Better
And
to say from the whole world.
yeah,
Okay, who are your favorite students and why?
my favorite students. Well, I like serious students. Uh, really, students who I can feel their passion. They are not, just playing around, having a lesson every one lesson every month. And because I'm busy, I have other things in my life. No, I don't like this type of students. I really like my friend Andres very much because we share a lot of things. We share the love of football. That's why we can talk all the time about football, and because also he is Colombian, and Colombia is a poor country like Egypt. So,
Uh-huh.
I feel we have many things in common.
Yeah, I bet
And
you do.
yeah, and I also like my student Susanna because we also have many things in common. We can talk about many things. And she's not only my student, she's also my teacher and my best friend. That's why she is my favorite.
Okay, thank you so much. And so far, so now, during your discussion with me, what did you find like as a culture shock between our two countries? What would you say?
The honesty, your honesty, this is so shocking for
Really?
yeah, because in Egypt we
Why?
are not honest in Egypt. We are polite. We are kind and polite, not honest.
Aha.
So, for example, if a guy who is in love with a girl and tell her that he is in love with her,
Mhm.
I mean, she can't answer. She can't say, no, I am not in love with you. She can't say it like this in a direct way. This is would be considered like so rude and impolite.
Wow.
So she has to say it indirectly, she has to say, me also, I am in love with you and I love you very much. I love you as much I love my brother. That's
Ah,
how she is going to friend zone him, not to say, no, I am not in love with you.
aha.
So she can, use this blue or purple heart in chat to show him that he is more like a friend or a brother, but not in a direct way. She would never ever like tell him, I am not in love with you. This would be considered like super duper rude and impolite. in my culture.
That's so strange for me, because we believe like in Serbia, if we speak about this, oh, I love you and stuff like that, and it's kind of like passive aggression for us and kind of like giving us a hope, to other person, So we believe that it's better to be like even brutally honest, but at least like we know what to expect, if we can move on and be okay with this person or not or whatever, like we really hate this. We call it passive aggression.
But in Egypt, we care so much about the feelings of the other person. We don't want, anything to do to hurt his feeling. So sometimes, sometimes girls may give some hope, but they are, they are not honest. They are not interested in him. They are not in love with him. But she doesn't want to hurt his feelings.
Okay. And what happens if a girl like me is very very positive, like maybe too much positive and excited because of, for example, her language practice, like a good Arabic language practice, and she shows it to a guy? What will happen to this girl in this aspect?
Like, for example, she is a tourist visiting Egypt as a tourist, and
yes,
she is learning Arabic, and she wants to practice only. The only thing that she thinks about is practicing Arabic. Yeah. So
will it be considered like as invitation for flirting to Egyptians, or for some potential sexual offer? How would they translate this positive attitude of this girl? Like,
to be honest, for many Egyptian men, yes, it could be so. Yeah. So being so friendly and open-minded with Egyptian men, some of them may, translate it as an invitation, to flirt, to play around. And many Egyptian men have this, misconception of European girls as, open-minded, so open-minded, and she doesn't mind flirting or playing.
Okay.
So
good to know this.
Yeah.
So I guess they also deal very badly with girls seeing in bikini, right? What will happen if they see a girl in bikini? Of course, because the beach is, for example, near. So how do they react? Are they used to this, seeing a girl in bikini? Like,
no, it depends on the place. If it's in Agada or in Sharm, it's super normal. It's okay. Because these are touristic sites, so no problem at all. But if it's in other cities, like Alexandria, for example, this would be, a shock, a scandal.
wow.
Yeah. Except in something we call, North Coast. This is for rich guys, so they can do whatever they want. They have this classicism in Egypt, so rich guys, they can do whatever they want. Laws and rules, they don't apply to them. They have their own rules, so they speak between themselves in English. They go to American schools, American university. They speak between themselves in English at home.
Lucky them.
They don't care about Arabic language. They don't care about religion at all. So but they live in their own communities, in their own city, or rich guys only. So they don't, interfere or communicate with us. We live like in couples. So each class of the society has its own community. So rich guys, they don't communicate or interact or interfere with us, the middle class.
Yeah, too bad. In my country, well, we don't have beaches. We only have rivers and lakes, and we can, I guess, swim there.
Maybe
but
when it was Serbia and Montenegro,
Yeah, like we can go to Montenegro or to Croatia, but to be honest, I prefer to go somewhere where I could find something more about different culture, because like I told, I'm very curious, and I really like to explore, but I noticed that for some reason in the past few years, like Egypt has been like one of the top destinations, like for travel.
For Serbs?
Yeah, for Serbs. Yeah, there are many Serbs there, and when and like for me, it was like a shock when I went to the beach, like near our hotel in Hurghada, and I heard like some trash music, really trash music. The only thing that I wanted to do so badly is to cover my ears like that and like to lay down. It's horrible. Like, why?
Trash Egyptian music?
No, trash Serbian music. Somebody,
Really?
somebody ordered like some Serbian songs, and those songs that were ordered were a pure trash. So I was like, but why? I escaped from my country because I wanted to buy some rest and to escape from this, and now I come to Serbia. Literally, like to Serbia at that moment. So now, like there are other people from Serbia playing this. So I'm like, oh, I just wanted to be stopped.
And I guess there were also like many Russians and Ukrainians.
Yeah, there were some Russians. And Belarusians, but to be honest, I haven't seen anybody from Ukraine. But I did see somebody from. Oh wait, I think there was somebody from Germany, from Romania, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, like, but mostly from Russia. Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah. And for you, what are the cultural shocks for you when you visited Egypt?
Yeah, like you already mentioned, like this that I couldn't actually be friendly, like as I'm used to, like even with my people, even with Italians, etc. Because like whenever actually I would be friendly and showing my excitement about like practicing the language, actually like that was like really negative shock for me, because like they would consider it as a, like you said, playing playing game, flirting playing game or something like this, and they were like a couple of men trying to flirt with me, and I was like, what the heck is wrong? Like, did I pronounce something wrongly? Did I behave too friendly? What the heck is wrong? You know, like I was confused, you know, because like it was just being me, you know, like. But on the other hand, the positive thing was that like people were really like willing to help me and to teach me, and also like that one salesman like etiquetted me like Egyptian lady, just because like I started to speak some Egyptian dialect, even though it was limited, super duper limited Egyptian dialect. He etiquetted me like Egyptian lady. I was like, okay. And I was also impressed when another guy like complimented my Arabic in front of anybody just because I spoke a little bit, and I was like, yeah, like a good lie. It's a really good lie.
So many Egyptian men tried to flirt with you?
Well, so far, so now that I know, there were like three or three of them that they actually showed that openly. I'm not sure if some of them wish that like secretly, but God blesses, they didn't show it up. Yeah.
So all of them were single, or also married men tried to flirt?
Only for this like guide from Cairo, I know that he was married because he told. But like for him, I actually didn't care too much, simply because like we actually agreed from the very beginning that it is going to be play. So I already accepted. So I was like, yeah, okay, let's to the house. Yeah, like let's go to house. So it's totally fine. Let's be crazy today. But for me, like about this man was a little bit shocking that kind of he exaggerated, like that almost at the end of our, let's say, trip, that he was doing like days. And he asked me if I accepted him. I was like, what is wrong with you?
He
You
is
know,
married.
thinking to myself, yeah. So like, so that was really shocking, you know, and overcard for me, you know. For other people, I don't know if they were married, but probably yes, because I learned that like in general in all of those Muslim countries, like about 90% of people are married already, so they like some extra fun. Yeah.
So any man tried to touch you in Egypt?
Yeah, like this man from Cairo once actually tried to hug me somehow, but I was kind of moving around, you know, so that's also another exaggeration. Like I didn't mean like about this type of playing. I didn't know that he was going to be all into his role. You know what I mean? Yeah, so like it was really too much. But rather than that, it's fine, you know, like even one like salesman was funny, like it was some Islam. He said like just because he saw me like a couple times, he said, yeah, like my heart beats only for you. And I'm like, yeah, come on, you tell it to any like beautiful girl who comes to your country. And he said, no, that's really true. And he was about to touch my hand and like, please, like, touch my chest, so to say. So that was the moment when I did, no, I will not do this. I know everything like about your culture and about your habits, so I will not do this. So I ran away almost, I think, like a rocket. I went out like a rocket, and that was the moment when I was looking for my brother and his friends. Yeah.
So in Serbia, what's the age for marriage? Usually, it's for men, for women.
It doesn't matter to us, you know. So some people get married very early, but it's not so common. But yeah, some people marry between 20, 25, or even like yeah. But recently people started to get married like around 30, 35, some of them even 40. It really doesn't matter. So for us, like rather than actually like straight away getting married, for us, like nowadays it's more important that we kind of have a good future, you know, economical future, I mean. So we build on this. We build our career, and then when we feel completely secure about it, you know, plus then later when we find our true match, like soul match, then yes, we think about the marriage, the kids, etc.
So you don't have this kind of arranged marriages?
Of course not. It's not. It's so old-fashioned. Like nobody does it anymore, or very rarely the people. Yeah. So
a rich guy and a beautiful girl. You don't have this?
It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. No, we don't have it, and we actually don't like such kind of marriages, you know. So
let's say that I don't speak any Serbian and I go as a tourist to Serbia. Would I survive only using English?
yes, you would, because like for example, in big cities such as Belgrade, Niš, Novi Sad, etc. Like there are many young people who actually speak English very well, so you can communicate with them.
Great. But let's say I don't speak Serbian, I don't speak English, but I speak all other languages. Would I survive? You know, I speak Italian, Spanish, French.
You could survive probably with Russian because some older generations also used to know some Russian because long time ago it was obligatory language. But rather than that, I think that would be very challenging.
So the younger generation, you know, many young guys, they don't speak Russian. No?
No, for us, like important languages are of course English, German. Then comes what is next? I think next comes French. Then comes Russian. Then comes Italian. And recently, like it's been like some quite a lot of time that Turkish has been starting like to become like very important language. So yeah, especially in the south of Serbia, now it's becoming more and more important and more popular, Turkish as well. And yes, also Arabic is starting to become important for us because now we have also some kind of business with people, especially from I think Saudi Arabia, and I don't know which country more. But it's like so slowly, like. But there are, for example, also many Chinese people. So Chinese is also becoming very important for us slowly. Yeah. But I think still people are kind of afraid of the Chinese language. Like they're not still not so much interest in Chinese. I think people are generally afraid of all those tones and characters and stuff like that about the Chinese.
Are there any like Arabs living in Belgrade, you know, Syrians, Iraqis?
Well, of course there are. There are so many immigrants from Syria, from Iraq, from I don't know where else. Speaking of tourists coming to Serbia, well, I think I saw only a few people from like a few a few men from Algeria. I saw one man from Egypt. And I became really good friend with that man from Egypt. Because we are both very similar, you know, we are both friendly, but at the same time very serious, very professional, you know, like, so that's why we kind of clicked like that. Anyway, apart of this, no, I have never seen anybody from Morocco, from Lebanon, nothing like that.
But you told me that there is an Egyptian restaurant in Belgrade.
Yes, there is, but like again, I'm saying like I didn't see anybody from like other countries of the Arabic world. Like I said, only Egypt and Algeria, and of course, like I saw immigrants from Syria and stuff like that. But yeah, but they are. Some of them are also a little bit aggressive towards us, so we don't feel safe. Let's say like that. Like we locals like don't feel safe with those couple of immigrants. So it can be challenging.
What languages are you learning right now?
I'm learning like Egyptian dialect and French and German and Polish and
Slovak?
Yeah, and Slovak. Yeah,
Chinese?
there are so many languages. Yes, also Chinese. I also do have here like a new book that I bought. It's called Language Hacking Chinese Mandarin. This helps me. This helps me with the conversation. It also contains some Chinese characters, so I can practice. And it's good, you know. But to be honest, I'm also like a very, very busy girl. So I'm more in the process of writing my own book.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is not for like Arabic market. No. It's for international market. But it's a huge project. It takes a lot of my time. So if it wasn't for you and for some other Arabic friends, I'm not sure if I would even have practiced Arabic so much.
There is something, shocking when I noticed that the population of Serbia, it's decreasing, not increasing. And it's shocking for me as an Egyptian because the population of it, it's always increasing very fast.
There is nothing shocking, you know. Simple, the reason is so obvious. First of all, we are very old nation, okay? So there are a lot of like old people there, and we all know that old people are generally very emotional, very nostalgic, and they are not willing like to do any kind of big change. Either it is like simply learning a language or like going abroad in order to live, etc. On the other hand, young people unfortunately usually don't have like good conditions, you know, like and their work is usually not appreciated, at least not enough. And they find simply good conditions in other countries. So usually it is Germany or US or Canada, and they just want to give it a try and they go abroad. And especially, for example, once they start to work in America and once they start to earn the amount of money they deserve, of course they will not want to go back and live in Serbia. It's
But it also
normal.
means also that Serbs are not marrying and having babies.
I didn't say so. They do, but like I said, maybe some of them later bring their girlfriends from Serbia. They bring them to the country where they live, or they simply marry the local girl from the country where they are. So it's kind of normal that we are decreasing.
Yeah, but we also in Egypt we have, we are a poor country, but our population is always increasing. So many Egyptians are leaving the country, but we still have, the population is always increasing, no matter what.
Because I'm sure that there are many men who are always willing to do this reproduction process with some girl. It doesn't matter if it is a local or foreigner. They just want more and more and more and more kids in order to to try to provide some future. And yeah, but still, I don't know. It's a little bit off topic now. Yeah.
So what you have noticed when we were like comparing the internet traffic between Egypt and Serbia, did you notice anything?
Yes, I noticed that actually, for some reason, Egyptians simply are obsessed with the program for adults too much, and it was so damn shocking that they kind of can't speak like about sex, and when they hear this sex, it's like, oh gosh, what a big deal. But on the other hand, what they do, like secretly, they watch movies for adults. Like, what the heck are we speaking about? So,
We have this kind of double life in our Arab countries. unfortunately.
So for me, it's like unacceptable. I'm like, yeah, but why you just don't accept this? And sometimes I wonder, like, do they really need to increase their reproduction activities? You know, so that they can actually stop watching this or what the heck? And also it is shocking the fact that like they don't try actually to learn something new. You know, everything is about
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, or social
Mhm.
media, or movies for adults, and just from time to time some news or buying whatever.
Even though when they use like language exchange uh, programs, they use it for flirting, not to learn languages. You know?
Yeah, like but it's not only typically for Egypt. I noticed this. It's
Serbia
like for
also.
almost for all Muslim people,
Yeah.
including Turkey. You know,
Mm.
but with Turks I'm okay now because like I'm fluent in Turkish. And do you know when I realized actually that I was fluent in Turkish? Do you know?
No, tell me.
Well, the moment when I realized that I was able to have like a completely argue almost like in Turkish dramas, everything in Turkish,
Yeah.
almost like without any problem.
Mm-hmm.
Then I realized, okay, I'm definitely fluent in Turkish because like if somebody is struggling with the language, at some point this person is going to think like what to say, how to say this, and he will get lost, and probably like that he would explode.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are capable of constantly expressing yourself and really arguing about something with a native person, then yes, you are fluent.
Do you think that Turks are drama kings and queens?
Yes.
Mm.
And I don't think actually I saw it.
Mm.
I survived it from my own experience. I think there is a really big kind of race between you Egyptians and their Turks. Like I sometimes feel that your culture is kind of similar, with the
Mm-hmm.
difference that Turks are a little bit more modern. They are more open-minded than Egyptians, and all of this thanks to Ataturk. Yeah,
Yeah.
the father of Turkey.
So, here in Cairo, Cairo, it doesn't sleep. So, you can go to a restaurant or to a cafe, at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. Is it the same in Belgrade?
Well, yeah, relatively it is, but like maximum that you can stay is between 12, maximum one, but not more than that, you know, like because like especially in working days, like people also have to sleep, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe in some small places or somewhere around there are some maybe parents who work relatively non-stop, and you can come up and and stop by, and yeah,
Yeah.
but it's very rare occasion, you know. On the other hand, like in Serbia, like you have some discos and stuff like that, and some I don't know, some clubs or whatever, and you can dance and you can stand up, and to be honest, I'm fed up with the discourse because I realized that the most common type of people who come to discourse are either like teenagers who want to have some fun, or like older people who are usually sexual maniacs and they want like to catch up some single girl and like to have some fun with her. So no, I'm not for disco. I would rather like invite my friend or two friends and like dance at my place together.
And which kind of dance? Salsa?
Well, I like salsa, bachata, tango is also nice. I like waltzer. I also like Serbian kolo. I like sirtaki, Greek, and yeah. I also watched once the Italian dance tarantella, but it sounds to me a little bit complex for dancing.
Yeah. Are you willing to visit Egypt again?
And well, definitely yes. One day, I just don't know then when exactly, but for sure I will visit like once my Egyptian Arabic becomes lebleb or fluent. You know, like not before that. I'm not really ready. Like I'm or also willing to deal with any other like cultural shock and misunderstanding and stuff like that. So
And are you going to
no no no
visit
no no.
as a woman?
What?
Are you going to visit Egypt as a single woman, as a single lady?
No, definitely not. Yeah,
So you don't feel safe?
like next time when I go to Egypt, it has to be like either if I'm engaged or in a relationship or married, or if it is nothing like that, I will bring my best friend with me, and I will pretend that we are a couple or whatever. But like single, no, single is like forbidden in my opinion. No.
I think that Egypt is not safe for single European women.
Yes, that's my opinion.
Yeah, and it's my opinion too.
Yeah, so
Do you think that
and like I said, like for Turkey, like I really don't care because I can defend myself in Turkey, and it's just enough to say like no brother, I don't want brother, and that's all. So like if I say this brother, they will leave me alone. So because they really care about the family. Family is really like number one for them. So if you treat them like this as a brother, they know that it is friend zone.
do you think that Arabs are hypocrites?
Do I think what?
Arabs are hypocrites?
Um, I don't know if they are hypocrites or they're just too much cautious and they just don't want to open up themselves constantly, and that's why they just enjoy in small talks and stuff like that. I think there is a gap, like some kind of gaps in their brain for some.
Especially men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, I didn't find like Egyptian women like too much friendly. I tried to speak to some, for example, to some guide from Luxor. She was, but she was all like in her thoughts about her baby, about her family, about what else, and plus my Egyptian Arabic was bad, so
Yeah.
I didn't feel like encouraged to speak. And well, other like woman from from our resort, she was selling the ice cream, but she was super duper great at speaking in English. So my brother and his friends and his girlfriend used to speak to her.
Mhm.
And the third woman, like from the perfume, she was also like okay with English, but she was also very friendly. But at the same time, she was busy,
Yeah.
and that's all. And that's everything from women that I saw in Egypt, in the whole Egypt. Yeah.
Yeah. Really interesting.
So like it's not that they had a chance at all to speak in, and I also noticed like even in those like language exchange platforms,
Mhm.
I have always been contacted only by men for some reason, and like I asked actually one woman like to speak to me, and she also agreed, but like I don't know, she maybe spoke to me once and or twice, and it was all my like on my first message. And same with your sister Aya. Like I always have to write her first, and like I don't know. I feel like I don't know if they are forbidden, like to have like friends around like other around the world, or what the heck is wrong. And the only good friend that I have, and it's been for years, is my friend from Alexandria, Samara. I love you a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
So she's
So,
my sister. Tamara is my sister, and I love her a lot. So she's been my friend for many years. So, but I guess she got like this super friendly, etc. Because she's outside of Egypt. So she's been living in first in Italy, then in Greece, and then in, I don't know where else. So I think she picked up a lot from us European people. Thank God.
so for many people around the world, the only thing that they know about Serbia that Serbs and Croats they don't like each other. So is it true that is it the truth or?
Hmm. I would say yes and no. Yes, in the sense that like politicians always do this kind of craps, and that's what they kind of try to separate us constantly. And of course, there are always going to be some bad mouths and bad people, who would like spread the hate, etc. But if we speak about normal people who just don't give a crank about the politics, etc.,
Mhm.
then the answer is no. Like there are also normal people there, So like,
So there are Croats living in Belgrade?
yeah, for sure. There are also immigrants from Croatia. Like I know one of them. So, okay, uh, he's kind of born and raised in the Serbian family, but they used to live some period of time in Croatia, and then during the war he came back to Serbia, but he's immigrant from Croatia. Yeah, so it also happens. Yeah.
So let's say that I moved to Serbia. What cultural shocks am I going to face?
Like you said, we really like also dating in the sense like that we like to get to know the person very well. Like we would usually meet her in the cafe or in the library or during some trip, etc. Like in some spontaneous and like a normal situation. It's not like in Egypt, like when they see immediately like a beautiful lady, possibly like Slavic girl, like you're beautiful. It's like boom, boom, boom here. It's like
Yeah.
it's disgusting a little bit, It's exaggerating and a little bit disgusting. No, we like more fancier. We like to know what is this person like, if we have something in common or not, what are the hobbies, etc. We like to explore more, we like to spend some time together, etc. So all of this about dating is like more normal, let's say. And we are more also open-minded, so some of us also can really normally speak even about the sex, or like some this intimate area. This is not a taboo topic for us.
So let's say I meet some Serbs for the first time. Can I speak about money, religion, and politics?
And you can if you want to get rid of this person immediately. It would be better not to mention this. So there are so many other topics, such as sports, such as culture, such as education, such as, I don't know, go immediately with like sex, politics, money. Forget about this, like be start with some small talk, some with start with some normal topics, you know. So
in Egypt, it's normal to be late for an hour, 2 hours. It's so normal in Egypt. Is it also normal in Serbia?
no, for God's sake. No, like even I don't wait for anybody like more than 15 minutes. So 15 minutes is maximum that I will wait for anybody. If you are late more than that, like it's better for you even not to come at all.
Even for your lessons as a teacher?
Yes, even for my lessons as a teacher. Yeah.
Interesting, because in Egypt, okay, 1 hour, okay,
Yeah,
2 hours.
this is very common for Latin America, but guess what? This is Serbia, this is Europe, so no. We can be tolerate, like I said, between 5 to 15 minutes, but after that, no.
Tell me about food in Serbia.
I think your sister wouldn't like the fact that actually for us, meat is super important. Okay, so we like all types of meat, like roasted meat or as a ham or like a barbecue or whatever. All types of meat we like. And we are well famous for like svinjetina, which is a pork, you know. But okay, since you are like Muslim, well, you can order like lamb, you can order beef or whatever, you know. Just tell, you know. So
Pieskavica, it's pieskavica.
Pieskavica, yes.
Is it made of lamb
Yes,
or
yes,
ham?
it is meat, but I'm not sure like what type of meat like they put it inside like on the street shop. That's why I wouldn't go like straight away with meat, you know, if I were you. I would rather go like with I don't know, with maybe ordering some sweets or maybe some products of the flour or you know something with vegetables, etc. Because like I don't want you two guys to go against your religion, you know. And like I said, since pork is part of our culture, it can be a little bit tricky, you know. Yeah, and if you really want to skip like this cevapi from pork, you would need to look for exactly like the specific name for beef. For example, that would be govedina, or
I can
you
go
know,
to
like
Bosnia, or
yeah, that's also a good option. Yeah, so because in Bosnia they're like in 90% are Muslim. Yeah.
So what about sarma?
Sarma, okay. Well, if we are fasting, we can prepare it only with vegetables, like without minced meat or whatever. So you can eat it, no problem.
Yeah.
Because then that would be with carrots,
And what
with
about
rice, etc.
What about desserts?
Well,
Sweet things.
Well, we have kind of different things. Like we have baklavas, we have sutuyaj, which is rice with milk. But if we are fasting, we prepare yeah. But if we are fasting, we prepare it on the base of water, and as something super duper sweet, we can put honey or something like this, and yeah, like we can drink it, we can eat it like that without milk. So
yeah, and interesting, because you say the word fasting, and we in Egypt we have like 10% of Egyptians are Orthodox. So yeah, my neighbors, my friends, they also fast. they don't eat meat and chicken, you know. So
Uh-huh.
we are used to have, friends who are fasting, not eating, meat or milk,
Okay, good to know.
Do you know that we have, this famous Egyptian actress and model, Tara? She is half Egyptian, half Montenegrin.
Yes, I know. You sent me an interesting video of her trying to teach people like Montenegrin language. Yes, I know.
Mhm. So now I think all Egyptians know how to count from 1 to 10 in Montenegrin,
Well, you can
which is,
easily
I
say
think,
also in Serbian because it's kind of the same thing, you know. Basic, okay, you know, like the basic is the same because even Montenegrin comes from Serbian. That's why I kind of say to all my Arabic friends like that Serbian is kind of like a MSA, maybe not in the sense of like speaking, no, but it's like in the sense of grammar and some grammar aspects, you know, like because for example, if you remember when we did like the question aspect, like we use dawi form, which is hal,
yeah.
hal,
Yeah.
enta, and then butere.
Mhm.
Yeah, which is in Egyptian you don't have, so it would be very difficult for me to explain to any Egyptian man what is this dawi without using MSA.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Uh,
also like another like difference is that like I don't know, like when Montenegrin speaks in like in their language, it's all almost like imagine like an Egyptian man saying, "Ahlan, ازيك يا Muhammad, أنا كويسة." Kind of like that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not asked for.
so
But
if you
seriously, it's super duper slow, like when they speak, you know. So
so if you think that they are speaking super slow, they think that users speak super fast.
exactly.
Mhm.
But it's very lovely to listen to Montenegrins. It's like totally different, like rhyme, totally different, like melody. Actually, this is no wonder why, because in Montenegro, by default, it's like everything is super duper slow. Everything is like, okay, come on, go ahead, we will deal with that. Doesn't matter, and that's why we Balkans kind of etiqueted them as a lazy people. And
Yeah.
let me tell you guys something. There is also this is not a legend. I also witnessed that many Montenegrins they even have like chairs next to their bed, and we ask them why on the earth you have the chairs next to your bed, and guess the answer. They said, "Oh, but I need to like sit down and relax and to process everything and like what I dreamed." And we were like, "What the heck?" So
Do you know in the past when Yugoslavia was one country, the president Tito, he was the best friend of the Egyptian president Nasser.
yes, I know this, and actually, I also felt those consequences because I remember when I came to Egypt and. When the police officer asked us where we are from, and so when he saw our passports,
Mhm.
like from like a face like that, all of the focused, it was like "Bang!" like this, and it was like Syria, Syria, come!" And I'm like, huh? And then I googled about this, you know, and then I realized that actually it is because of our Tito. So I was like. Wow.
Would you hope that one day Yugoslavia become one country again?
To be honest, no, because if it is broken, I believe that there is a reason behind it. So it was supposed to be like that, because if we were able to, if we would had been able to keep it, like, we would never had been separated, you know. So I think we screwed in some aspects, most probably. And it's like a broken mirror. Like, when the mirror is broken, it's never going to be the same. So it's the same with the relationships, you know. If you ruin one thing in a relationship, well, everything else becomes tricky. And like, why to actually spend your time and energy on that? So when you can do something better, something, you know.
But for me, it's strange, you know, Slovenia and Croatia, it's the same religion, but why they are different countries? Serbia and Montenegro, the same religion. So why they are, you know, different countries? I can't
Like I said,
understand.
political issues, nothing else but like political issues. Like, and also like Montenegrins invented their own language, which is abnormal to me, but that's fine. Like, who am I to judge?
So they invented it just because they don't want to be Serbians.
Exactly.
Mm.
And
And
I'm afraid that it might happen also with you guys in Africa. So they can one day claim, oh, Egyptian is not a dialect; it's a language. Lebanese it's not a dialect; it's a language. And all of these they can classify as languages. That would be the first step. Then another step would be probably separation. Yeah.
so what's the next dialect that you are going to learn as an Arabic dialect after Egyptian?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think once I master like the Egyptian dialect, most probably I'm going to master the Moroccan dialect one day. Because of two reasons. First reason, because like you noticed, I'm a curious girl, and I like also challenges. So because otherwise I would never have learned Arabic at all, right? And secondly, because I don't know, for some reason I find the Moroccan dialect very romantic, very lovely. Maybe because they mix it with French a lot. I don't know, but I find it very sweet, you know. So like, yeah, I can listen to this dialect. It doesn't, but like, I will not understand until the parts they don't use Berber language and they just use French words with some mixture of MSA. Yes, okay, I will understand this dialect. But when those Berber words come, I think I would get lost.
But you know, for us Arabs, it's the most difficult dialect. We don't understand it at all.
I know, but you know, I'm a lucky girl because I have also so many friends from Morocco, so I would speak to them, no problem. As for now, I speak to them in French, so that's how I maintain my friendship with them.
Yeah. So how?
And I also noticed that more generally, people from Africa are easier to understand, and also people from Canada are easier to understand than people from France.
And for me, I think also from Switzerland because they speak slower than French.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So yeah, the French of Switzerland it's slower than the French of France.
Yeah.
And also the numbers are easier in the French of Switzerland and French of Belgium. It's easier than the numbers in French of France. So
Uh-huh.
they say for 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, 90,
Mm-hmm.
like French, you know, 70, 80. Katkhandis. So, and for guys who don't like math, this would be, so difficult.
Mhm. Yeah, I know. Like, that's why I think I'm going to master like this Afrikaans dialect of French first. And then when I master at least one dialect, everything else is going to be easier. And also I noticed that like Africans people for some reason are more friendly and they really want to help. Like they really care about helping you. Doesn't matter if it is Arabic or French or even English. They really want to help. Unluckily, like French people, like they're not that kind of friendly. Of course, they are friendlier than Germans for
Mhm.
sure, but it's not like that they are crazy about us helping us. Yeah. So
I think that you have noticed the prices of the tutors and teachers to teach German,
yes,
They seem like they don't care at all about poor people who want to learn their language.
yes, I noticed that.
Mm.
But I don't blame them, because their standards are different, like, and what is kind of minimum even for like for them, what is minimum for them and unacceptable for us, like less developed people, it's like very expensive, so like
And for French, there are French-speaking countries in poor, like in poor countries like African countries, like Congo, Cameroon, Morocco, Tunisia, and so on. So if a poor guy would like to learn, he can find a teacher from a poor country, like poor francophone country, like Cameroon or Senegal or Morocco. And for Spanish, you can find a teacher from Venezuela, so you can afford
exactly,
his price.
exactly,
But this is not the case for German because German-speaking countries are Germany and Austria and Switzerland. So there are
yeah.
no poor countries that speak German.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why for now I kind of put some pause on my German, and I'm focused on French and some other languages where people are more friendly and that I can actually learn faster. And I noticed that like even now my French became B2 level, so now I can defend myself speaking in French very good. So
And I noticed that you are making really a great progress, an incredible progress in both French and Arabic.
oh really? I do my best. Trust me, I do my best. Thank you.
And for you, what's the most beautiful language? The language that sounds for you like music to your ears.
Okay. I think if we speak about languages, Spanish is here, Italian is here.
Yeah.
So I cannot separate them.
Mhm. But Spanish is your first tongue.
Exactly. I know. Actually, no. My first language is English because I started to learn it when I was 6 years old. Spanish is second, but Spanish is my first love. Yeah, we can say this.
So, which dialect is your preferred dialect in Spanish? Is it Mexican?
Mexico, Mexico.
Do you have many friends from Mexico?
Yes,
Mm, great.
so many.
Have you ever met anyone from Mexico in person?
Yes,
Really?
yes. It was a man, and he was like, and he's also a polyglot like me. And he's exactly like in TV series, He like he's very positive, so like totally party boy, and he also likes physical contact and hugs, and super duper talkative. So yeah, so they're really really sincere. I can really claim that Latin Americans are one of the most sincere people I have ever met online. But one of the best people for business are Americans. You can't find more any nationality who is more fair and like good at doing business and trying to help you as much as they can than Americans, for sure.
And Arabs are the best in what?
Arabs are best at what? Okay, let's see. Syrians are the best at dramas and sad stories and like making you feel like that you want to cut your veins.
Yeah. So drama.
But if I analyze their lives, like I don't blame them for this, for being that. And Lebanese people are master at flirting. When I hear their way how they speak in Arabic, so soft, etc. So it really makes you feel some positive vibes. But Egyptians are the master in everything else, like movies, TV series, architecture, party, hospitality.
Great. And Balkans are the best in what?
Okay. Let's see like this. Okay. Definitely Bosnians are great at preparing cevapi, at singing Sevdalinka. And Sevdalinka is like a sad love songs,
Yeah.
And Croatians, they're good. They're famous for sport, and among also so many other countries. They have also like nice beaches and also nice food. For example, here they're very famous for like the food with seafood, because they like fish a lot. Let's see next. Montenegrins. Well, they have a really nice tourism, and also they have their monastery there, and they are also very hospitable people. But I don't like the fact that they put like their prices extremely high, so that is not nice.
And you know what? For Montenegro, they have, they give the nationality to anyone who invests some money in Montenegro. They give him the best.
No, it's only about Montenegro. It's also here in Serbia. Like if you do like really huge invest in my country, or like if you buy, I don't know how many houses, etc. I think you can relatively easily also become a citizen of my country. So
for me, I saw many ads, over the internet. If you want to become Montenegrin, you can just invest some money and you would Montenegro. So I always see ads to become Montenegrin. I've never seen any ads to become Serbian.
Yeah, because that's not so popular, but in Montenegro this is so popular. Yeah. Anyway, what else? Slovenia is famous for perfectionism. Everything is so clean, so disciplined. Like it's amazing. There is no trash on the street. The roads are very impressive, so your car won't be damaged in Slovenia for sure.
But Belgrade in the past, that's why it's called Belgrade, because it was the white city, unlike now. But in the past, it was the white.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. But now we have pollution and so many other things. So now it's.
So, are there any countries in ex-Yugoslavia that are members in the European Union?
Yes, Croatia.
Only Croatia.
As far as I know, yes, only
Yeah.
Croatia.
Why do you think?
Probably because the politic of Croatia is something appropriate, and what is convenient to Americans and to some other Western countries. I don't know, but I would rather not to speak about this.
So no politics, only languages.
Exactly, only languages, only culture, etc. Like I said, no politics. I'm sorry.
So what do you find, similar in culture between Serbs and Egyptians?
Similar is that we are both very friendly and we really want to help people and we are very hospitable. So we would really give a hand. We would offer a lot of things. And once actually our guests come to our home, it's very difficult for us to say to this person goodbye, etc. But the difference is that, especially in the big cities, and it's not possible that you just step by and say, "Hey, I just come, just walking," and they just step by. No, you need to let us know in advance if you plan to visit us.
And do we feed our guests a lot. So you have to eat and eat.
Same here, don't worry. Same here. If you are a good housewife or houseman, you would do the same.
Yeah. And do you stay up late in Belgrade as in Cairo?
It depends. You have some people who are also like early birds, but you have also some people who are night owls like me. So,
so you are not the only night owl in Belgrade. There are also some other.
Many. I'm not the only one.
But you said about the sweets, you said baklava, which is the same as Turkish sweets.
Yes, I know. We and same also in Greece. In Greece, they also have baklava. And we Serbs prefer to prepare baklava in a Greek way, not in a Turkish way, generally.
So how?
Well, in a triangle, usually it is like a triangle, and we kind of change the ingredients. So Turks would probably put some nuts and I don't know what else, but we actually like to combine some fruits such as cherry, etc., with a little bit of nuts, not so much, but like a little bit. And it's more smoothie. It's yeah, the taste is different. Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk about languages. What language do you find like it was the most difficult language to you to learn?
Well,
would it be Chinese or German?
For sure, Chinese. I still don't speak Chinese very well. I'm still on the baby level.
Yeah.
And if we speak about Arabic, okay, I think I'm like B1 level, which is like the level of a native speaker who is 8 years old. I think so. I'm like an 8 years old native speaker speaking in Arabic.
So you can understand cartoons at least,
Yeah, exactly.
So do you prefer modern standard Arabic or Egyptian Arabic?
Egyptian, for sure.
Why?
Because it is so easy, it is so soft, there are no like long phrases like in MSA, nothing is like so strong, like especially too much with up and I don't know what else sounds. So everything is so smoothy, and also what I like is that you have some words, so many words borrowed from Turkey, borrowed from English, and borrowed from French. So it makes my studies much easier. And whenever I kind of struggle with some phrase or with some word, I always think about the phrase in Turkish, what it's going to be like, and I just modify it a little bit. And in 90%, I'm correct.
Mhm. So let's talk about cultural shocks that you had, like, with other countries, like with Turkey, with maybe with Mexico. Do you have any thoughts about
We
this?
have so many culture shocks, like from Turkey. Maybe, like I said, about this relationship stuff, they are kind of similar, like you guys, Egyptians, pretty much.
So they like to flirt?
And like the saddest thing is that like also like married men are not exception. They believe that like they're like horny and in love teenagers. They I think that they try to recall their youth by flirting with beautiful girls. And I thought they do this only to foreigners, but no, actually they did this the same to my friend Lara from Turkey, who has been living also in Italy for some longer period of time. And oh my gosh, it's a nightmare. Like, so, sorry, I might offend somebody, but I think there is a really big gaps in your culture. Something is wrong when it comes to dating and like relationship between a man and a woman. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is strange to me because in Turkey it's a modern country. It's not like us conservative countries. So why do they have these gaps in their minds?
Because like just like you guys, they're not kind of officially allowed to speak about sex and stuff like that. Um so that's why like when they see a girl in bikini, like their penises jumps like poing immediately, like just because they see a woman in bikini. So it's like, yeah, okay, bikini, so what, actually? Yeah, so of course I'm not going to swim in the clothes like in the sea. So like
And about Mexico and Latin America, are there cultural shocks?
actually, yes, they are also kind of dramatic, but there is a level. Actually, when they do dramas, they do this with a style, like they kind of show you their affection. They are also unpredictable, so like you actually don't know when they actually start to make dramas, etc. So they have some style, so that's why they are so special, and that's why their TV series are also so special, and I love them.
Which country do you think that it's the most passionate about learning languages? I think
That's a very good question.
I've met many polyglots from Eastern European countries, from Poland, from Slovakia, Serbia, Romania. So I think that they are the world champions in learning languages.
To be honest, I don't know, but I guess I can for our next video. I guess I can do a small check, and then I will tell you in some further future.
Yeah. But
because I really don't know. Maybe yes, we are Balkans. So why? Well, because let's say that we are, I would say medium class. So we are not poor like people from Venezuela or people from Syria or whatever. So we are not that poor. But we are not also rich like America, Germany, etc. So let's say that we are medium.
Yeah.
And but still we want like some kind of better life, etc. And we truly believe like that the more languages we know, the more valuable we are. So we believe in that, and we just go for this, so. And also like IT languages also like become every day more and more popular, because IT industry is really valuable. And
Yeah.
so yeah.
So, in the United States, if someone speaks 2 languages, wow, he is bilingual. But in Europe, in Germany and in Finland, it's normal to find someone who speaks 4 languages, 5 languages. This is
Yeah, but
normal.
there is a good explanation for this. Why? Because in America, everybody speaks English.
Yeah.
Like, let's say 98% of people, they speak English.
Yeah.
So why would they deal with other languages?
They have
Because
everything in the United States. They have their own Hollywood, own
exactly.
drama.
So why would they bother with other languages? What kind of get them? Plus, America is huge, so they can travel simply from one state to another. So they can survive with English. So why would they actually bother themselves in studying foreign languages? On the other hand, here in the Europe, it's different. We deal with other people from different countries, and not everybody, for example, speaks Serbian. Not everybody speaks German, so they have a backup plan. And guess what? This is English. Yeah, I think this is the key.
In the past, it was French, the lingua franca of the world.
I know it was French, and also here I'm not sure if there was like a Russian at some moment, but I think in the future also it will stay English, or maybe it will become Chinese. But yeah. If Chinese becomes, I think it would be a nightmare for me.
What's your favorite Egyptian movie?
My favorite Egyptian movie, to be honest, I don't know. The movie that I liked very much was a movie called Soulmate.
Soulmate, yeah.
Yeah. How is it called? Tawam Ruhi. Tawam Ruhi. Yeah.
It's
so it
a
was
romantic comedy?
Like a romantic comedy with a piece of drama, because it talks about a man who has relatively recently lost his wife, and he cannot deal with this. He cannot get over it, and everything is about recalling his memories and his imagination, what would happen if, etc. And I like actually the fact that actually they combine everything, in movies, like real life with a little bit piece of drama, not too much. But a little bit piece of drama is totally fine. They combine it, and it kind of forces you to think, to kind of imagine what could happen, what this person is going to do next. And also like the music is always like la, 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 always like willing to dance, and I think this is the key why Egypt is so successful.
So I think we should end it here, because
yes, I think the same. Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure to speaking with you, and see you in the next video.
Ciao.
Ciao.